Ah, so busy. The budgets for all the concession stands have been checked over. No problems with sending out the invitations. The main thing left is the play. We still have to find someone or the play is in trouble. I just have to say, there's no way you're doing it. If I hear one more comment about how ugly a costume is, don't say it. I don't want to even think about it. I'm back, Jill. Hello, Hans. Whatever Jack did, it was so bad he had to change his name to Hans. That's crazy. Chloe. I heard about the fire. It must have been awful. Yeah, fires normally are. Were the matron and kids all right? Yes, they're fine for now. The orphanage was burnt to the ground, though. I see. Well, try to keep your spirits up. Fretting won't do anyone any good. The best thing we can do is make the play something the kids can enjoy. Yes, Matron Teresa gave us the same advice. So we'll give it our best. With your help, I'm sure everything will turn out fine. To think I was stressing about it just a few minutes ago. Who are your friends? Nice to meet you. My name's Estelle. I'm Joshua. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. So you must be the ones Chloe spoke of before. Haha, I told you I'd bring them here. They'll be helping too. Oh, that's a relief. I'm glad to meet both of you. I'm Jill Riddenor. I'm the head of the student council. I'll be directing the play. And I'm the vice president, Hans. It's nice to meet you both. Likewise. Good to meet you too. You know? What? With bracers here, maybe we can incorporate stunts. Are you any good with the sword, Estelle? Well, my father mainly trained me on the staff, but I'm not hopeless at least. Okay, then that settles it. You'll have a big sword fight with Chloe. What could possibly go wrong? Whoa, a sword fight? She means in the play, of course. There's a duel between the two knights at the climax of the play. It's a really powerful scene, perfect for the final act. We don't have any girls who can use a sword well enough to compete with Chloe, much less make it look good. She beat every guy in the fencing tournament and took the top spot. Oh, wow. She actually beat out Hans in the final match. Thanks for reminding me, Jill. It's not that I'm no good, it's just that Chloe is way better. I'm still only an amateur. I don't think I'd be any match for a professional like Estelle. And again with the modesty. But hey, if you need my help, I'm your girl. We can do it, Chloe. I'm sure we can. Thank you. Haha, you know, a duel between two female knights ought to be pretty unique. Female knights? They're gonna be playing the two male knights. Huh? But that leaves us without a role for Joshua. Oh my, whatever shall we do? He deserves to play a crucial role in this. Yes, a crucial role. I think we may have just the part for him. What kind of play is this exactly? It's called Madrigal of the White Magnolia. It's a famous story set in a time where there are nobles and commoners. A princess is courted by both a knight of royal blood and a commoner. In spite of their different social classes, the three have been friends since childhood. Very, very classic. As you can imagine, this leads to complications between the nobles and the commoners, and there's a great happy ending to the whole thing. Hey, that sounds like fun. So then, why are the girls playing the guy roles? It's just something to make the production more interesting this time. I do not find cross-dressing funny at any time, and I can already tell that I'm not going to find this play funny. Having guys and girls switch roles, that is. Really? Wow, and the teachers are okay with this? End sexual discrimination, be free of gender roles. Okay. Put in that light, the teachers love the idea. Personally, I just thought people would get a kick out of it. Jill, you're incorrigible. Yep, though she says she prefers the title Evil Genius. Haha, I'm totally up for this. Hey, hold on a second. From what you're telling me, then, the crucial role you need me to play is... Yep, you're really doing us a massive favor here. Thank you for introducing us to such nice people, Chloe. Haha. I'm sorry, Joshua. If you're switching the genders of all the parts, why don't you just make it, instead of a princess, have it be a prince? So, these are our costumes. I figured that if we're playing knights, we'd be all armored up. Well, armor and a helmet won't work so well if we want people to see you act. That's why I decided to arrange things so you'd be dressed more like the Royal Guardsman. Ah, I got it. It's perfect for Chloe, she's petite. Haha, thank you so much. I think it suits you also. Really? Say, why are we dressed in different colors? Because I'm playing the Azure Knight, Oscar. You're playing the Ruby Knight, Julius. It makes the play more colorful. Ah, okay then. So what about Joshua? The object of your affection is the fair Princess Cecilia. Come on, Princess, this way. Wait, I'm not in the moment yet. Ah, yes, how very unfunny. If you're gonna say something, say it. Don't leave me in suspense. Well, how should I put it? I think it looks perfect. I'm shocked. You look beautiful. Indeed, such poise. Why, if I didn't know what's really going on under there, I'd be smitten at the very sight of you. Alright, that's really creepy, dude. Like, insanely creepy. Thank you for being so honest about it, at least. I'm not so thrilled, but... Haha, this is just as I'd hoped. I think everyone will be pretty pleased with the casting. Dude, the only time I found, like, a cross-dressing scene even somewhat almost funny was in FF7R, and only because Cloud was absolutely miserable during it. Like, beyond miserable, and it was also very short. He also, like, had no choice to do it, otherwise he couldn't, like, save his childhood friend, so, like, there was good reasoning behind it, but, like, they did this in Persona 4, too, where they, like, had all the guys dress up in cross-dressing, and now they're doing it in this game. I just don't find it funny at all. It's like, it's just stupid. Come on, everyone, let's make this play one to remember. Alright, yeah, whatever. But boo-hoo. What's that, old cartoon dog? Oh, boo-hoo. That is like the dog with the really droopy face. I think his name is actually Droopy. What's that from? Is that a Looney Tunes character? Afterward, Estelle and Joshua each slept in the respective dormitories. I've got to be really specific about that part, I guess. Okay, Estelle, please use this bed. Thank you. But that means you and Jill are in the same room. You two must be close. We have been ever since we first started here. And as roommates, we're pretty much inseparable. By the way, I have a proposition for you. What? Want to be an honorary best friend of mine? Okay. After all, we're going to be working together. Man, having a best friend becomes pretty meaningless if you just throw the title at anyone that you meet. You don't mind, do you? Of course not. Not superseding me, I hope. We're a best friend trio, right? Yeah, of course we are. My new best friends, Jill and Chloe. They just throw out best friends like they're candy. Back in my day, being a best friend meant something. Wonderful. Looks like it's just us girls in here. This'll be fun. No need to worry about boys' prying eyes while we're here. You make it sound so dirty. Very Japan. Ah, you're so innocent. Like a little lamb. Ah, that's just mean. Just for that, I'm not baking you any sweets. That's cruel. Oh, well, pardon me. I apologize for offending you. Mamzelle? Man, I've never seen that word before in my life. Chloe? Nope, try again. Huh? What's wrong, Estelle? What's with all the staring? It's no big deal. I've just got a little green monster on my shoulder. Okay. What do you mean? Jealousy? I have some friends back in Roland, but the most we ever did was have sleepovers. I think it must be nice to have someone close living under the same roof with you. Mademoiselle, but lazy? You should have said Mademoiselle. Lazy piece of garbage. What do you think, Chloe? I'm not sure. I don't really understand what would make you jealous, Estelle. Huh? I concur. I almost want to ask where you get off saying something like that. Why would you say that? Oh, come on. You've got a traveling companion, don't you? A pretty nice-looking one to boot. Who you've also, I don't know, lived under the same roof with? Are you talking about Joshua? That's kind of a silly question. You've got a hot guy with you all the time, and you're jealous of us living in an all-girl household? I'm playing a tiny violin for you, like minuscule in size. Yo, give Mr. Krabs his violin back. Or no, is it the world's tiniest violin or the world's tiniest piano? I don't remember. Shows what you know. Joshua's more like a big brother to me. Us living together is more like a family thing. Oh, a family thing, she says. The more and more, I mentioned this, it's been a while since this has happened, but I mentioned this before, but the more and more that Estelle is like, oh, I see Joshua as a brother, the creepier and creepier it's gonna get whenever a romance comes up between the two of them. Because it showed like, oh, this is definitely a romance between them, like at the very start of the game, and I assume, and all these other characters are like, oh yeah, sure, family, whatever. But the more Estelle is like, nah, I see him as a brother, the weirder and creepier it's gonna be if the game ever does eventually push them into a romance. Like, it is very creepy to me. I wonder if Joshua feels the same way. Like, the concept of, like, if you have, like, an adoptive sibling, like, the situation that Joshua and Estelle are in, where, like, Joshua, as, like, a 10 or an 11-year-old was adopted, if they grow up and fall in love or whatever, like, I don't find that weird at all, even though they lived together through their teenage years, like, in the same house, right? That doesn't seem strange to me, really. But as long as they saw it as a romantic, like, angle or a friendship angle from the get-go. But when you push so hard on, like, the no, I see him as a brother thing, it starts to get really weird to me. I don't like it. I wonder if Joshua feels the same way. Duh. I bet that's not what a guy his age would think. It's gotta be tough for him to always be around a pretty girl like you. Enough, Jill. I'm so sorry, Estelle. Jill has a bad habit of picking on people. If we're gonna start talking about bad habits. Is there something you'd like to say? Nope, I'm good. Haha. Come on, don't mess with me like that. And really, Joshua, I mean, come on. No way. Someone's in denial. Jill. Oops, I just remembered I have to give my daily report to the teacher before bed. So, good night, ladies. Sleep well. Alright, goodbye. I swear. Alright, Estelle. If you'd like, I can lend you some of my pajamas. Estelle? No, what? Oh, right, pajamas. Sure, that sounds great. With that, Estelle and Joshua's unlikely life at the Royal Academy had begun. So this is a high school anime now? Is that what we're doing now? In the morning, they would wake up and go to school just like the other students. Why would you go to the classes? You're bracers, don't you have work to be doing? What, are you getting on to Estelle for not knowing the answer to a question or something like that? Is that what just happened right there? She's been attending this school for like, what, a day and a half? They have other bracers? When we got to Rouen, did they not say, oh, thank goodness you're here, we're short-staffed and there's a lot of work? Apparently they don't have a lot of other bracers in Rouen. Unless the game has just been lying to me. All throughout the morning, they attended lessons with the other students. Man, look at that immaculate JPEG food back there. I could really go for a JPEG apple right now. As the day wore on, lunch was enjoyed by all over pleasant, silly conversation, mostly revolving around how Joshua might look in heels. Not funny at all. Are you rehearsing? Why do you make Joshua wear the girl clothes in, like, the dress and all in rehearsal? That's so unnecessary. School was followed by rigorous rehearsals that lasted late into the night. Everyone was having such fun that time seemed to fly by. And the day before the festival? My friend, I feared that this was inevitable. Perhaps fate always intended for us to meet in so base a fashion. Speak, that we may both be unburdened. If nothing else, for our beloved princess. Why would you not, dude? It would have been so much neater if they just reversed, like, instead of a princess, it's a prince, and then the knight, instead of women playing male knights, they should have just had it be female knights. That would have been so much cooler. We would cleave a path through fate with our own hands. But at this moment, my words and her smile seem lost. Has fear clutched your heart, Oscar? But what is this passion that pierces me to the quick? Dude, I don't like plays either. I'm, like, not... Like, Shakespearean-style dialogue and all is not my cup of tea. Though I have no wish to fight you again, it would seem that I am left with little choice. Before this storm, by the name of revolution, should claim us both, whatever that means. Take up your sword, and we shall let fate decide. Yes, and may the goddess above see our spirits as they truly are. Come, then, let it be done. Indeed. Woo! Woohoo! I finally got through the scene with no mistakes. And a convincing performance it was. Haha, I got nothing on you, though. I don't think you've flubbed a single line. Well, I've been familiar with the script for a long time. I think, dude, this isn't how plays normally work, right? Like, usually when you do rehearsals, you don't typically put on the outfit and all, do you? Like, maybe if you want to do, like, a full rehearsal, but, like, aren't rehearsals typically done in just, like, whatever you're wearing just for the sake of, like, getting your lines and focusing on that? And then, like, you'd probably do a couple of rehearsals in full outfit, but, like, you don't get fully dressed up in your big outfit or whatever every single time you rehearse, do you? I've never been a part of a play, I don't know, that just seems really weird to me. Why would you, right? I think I learned it at about the same rate you're going. I really appreciate you taking the trouble to rehearse. It's no big deal. You've kind of been my guide through it all. I think you would make a great bracer personally. Ha, you flatter me. We finally do this for real tomorrow. I hope Matron Teresa and the children will enjoy it. Ha, they really mean a lot to you, don't they? They're like your family. I'm sorry, did I say something wrong? No, you're exactly right. They're the ones who taught me the real value of family. Both of my parents died shortly after I was born. What? How very anime of you. I was left in the care of an affluent relative I never wanted for anything. But I really had no idea what having a family was like. It was 10 years ago that I met the matron. 10 years ago? Was that during the 100 Days War? Yes, that was when I came to Rouen. Everyone I knew had scattered trying to escape the Imperial forces. Yeah, Vin Diesel breaks in and he's like, family? Talk about family? Up in here? I'd like that. Everyone I knew had scattered trying to escape the Imperial forces. Matron Teresa and her husband, Joseph, took me in and cared for me. Our drama didn't typically wear full costumes till the week of the play, 2 full go-throughs before opening weekend. See, that makes sense to me. Like, I'm sure you would do, like, you would have at least some rehearsals where you, like, did the whole shebang like you were doing it for real. But I feel like if you're just, like, learning the lines and stuff, like, why would you bother? I did drama before. We had dress rehearsals before. I believe it was so we could get used to the outfits and see how they look on stage. But you didn't do it, like, every time. Surely you did way more rehearsals without the full outfits than you did with. Unless they were, like, really easy outfits to put on. I mean, if it was, like, something simple to put on, like, just, like, a shirt and a hat and, like, a pair of pants or something like that, then, like, yeah, why not, I guess. But, like, if it's something fancy, I mean, these outfits they have on looks pretty fancy. Obviously, Joshua having to get in a full dress with longer hair and all, that's gotta be a bit of a hassle. Like, why would you ever, unless you needed to do, like, a rehearsal, like 1 to 3 rehearsals where you're like, okay, we need to all be in costume to make sure it works, you know? It just doesn't make sense to me. After the war ended, we waited several months for word to come of my relatives. She and Joseph were so kind to me. That was when I first understood what it must be like to have a mother and father, and how it must be to have a family to be with. Chloe. I'm sorry. I've been rambling. You must be bored to tears. No, not at all. Let's really show everyone tomorrow how it's done. Right. I was worried before, but I'm really excited now. Jill and Han sure have worked hard on this, haven't they? Yes, indeed. But I think Joshua has really been the biggest help. I never expected him to be such a good actor. Yeah, he acted all uninterested, but he sure plays the role of the spoiled princess well. He definitely nailed the mannerisms. I've seen professionals turn in worse performances. Does he have any experience in theater? Huh. I don't really know much about his life before I met him. What? Yeah, he was like a master actor when he was like 8. When did you meet him? When he was 11? Whatever went on back then, he's never wanted to talk about it. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry. Ah, don't sweat it. He's always been the type to be good at whatever he does. He's always so calm and collected. Sometimes he gets flustered though, and that's when he's really cute. What? Perhaps our roles should have been reversed. Huh? Julius and Oscar. Somehow I think you would have preferred to play Oscar. How come? Well, maybe. I mean, Julius is the son of a noble, and I sure don't know anything about that. That's not what I mean. It's more about, you know, the ending. Oh, you mean how Oscar gets... Right. Well, it's just Joshua. And hey, do you mean you wouldn't like kissing Joshua? Don't be ridiculous. Still, it does seem rather risque. What, a kiss? Risque? Come on, you're starting to sound like Jill. And besides, Joshua just sees me like a little sister. Making this creepier and creepier. Does he? He's always treated me like a little kid, especially with my dad around. It drives me nuts. Anyway, there's absolutely nothing like that going on. Okay. Ah, here you are. Joshua? Hans. Rehearsal's over and you're still practicing. That's some dedication you two have. Ready for the big duel scene? Just leave it to us. It'll be flawless. Absolutely flawless. Really? I look forward to seeing it. Anyway, what are you two doing here? Were you looking for us? Yeah, today's the last day that you two will be staying with us in the dorms, right? I was thinking we could have a big dinner to pump ourselves up. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. I think it sounds like a great idea. By the way, wasn't Jill with you? She was called away by the dean some time ago and probably had to go up a hill or something. I'll go check on her. I'll come with you. You guys can go on ahead to the cafeteria. Okay. Let's go to the cafeteria. As you wish, boss. Don't call me that. Get shot down. Ha! Looks like they've really hit it off. Sometimes it worries me that he doesn't really let people get close. What? Oh, it's nothing. Okay, then let's go get changed. It'd be kind of embarrassing to walk around like this. I have to agree. That should do it. Want to go meet up with Jill? Alright, let's go to the dean's office.